everyone, it's Michelle from A Noble Touch, and I am going to do a fall flower. This is just a new flower pattern I'm coming up with, or a new color combination I'm coming up with. What you're going to need is a 4-inch styrofoam center. I painted this with a just called chocolate bar brown, and then sprinkled gold glitter over it while it was still wet. Let it dry, and then hit it with a sealer. I use Rust-Oleum, the 2-time Ultra Cover Clear Coat. I use a gloss, and so that's what I did for that. And you can get that paint at Walmart. It's the Apple Barrel acrylic paints. You're going to need some zip ties to put the foam backing on the back. I usually use a foam poster board that I trace out the frame and cut it out, and then attach the back to it so it covers up the ugly on the back. Then you're going to need either a wood burning tool or rotary cutter to cut your mesh. The wood burner is going to have much less fraying on your flower. The rotary, you can still use that, but it's just you're gonna get more fraying with it. And then if you do use a wood burning tool, which this is the Plaid 2-in-1 stencil wood burning kit. This is a stencil tip that you're going to use to cut the deco mesh with. Also, you're going to want a piece of glass, which this is an old refrigerator shelf, to go over your mat so you don't melt your mat or your table that you're working on. You need some fall colored fuzzy sticks. You can get fall colors at Walmart. Of course, your marker, your Wreath canvas grid. Now this is how I had said, I don't know if you've watched my, the nautical one with the crab on it. When I say save the cuts on your Wreath canvas, because afterwards you can zip tie them together and then, use it for another backing for your frame. You're going to need a 12-inch frame. You can get this from either Dollar General or Walmart. This is a champagne gold mesh I'm going to use, a brown mesh, burgundy deco mesh. This is called green gold. This is a 2-tone deco mesh. And this is a orange gold deco mesh. I will post links, of course, for you in the description column for you, and where you can get them from. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to push those out of the way, is take your frame and you're going to trace your grid, and you can trace usually the first or the second from the inside or the third rung, like that. I leave the outer rung open because that's where you're going to hang your frame. So you hang it right on, use your frame to hang your flower. And so you just cut this out. And then of course too, the zip ties are for attaching this grid to your frame. Again, this is Wreath plastic canvas. You can get this at Walmart, but I know they sell it at all the major craft stores as well as online. You can find them at like Amazon or something like that. So we're just going to go ahead and finish cutting this out, and we will be back. Okay, so we went ahead, cut up the grid, and we just attached with 4 zip ties to the back of the frame. So we can set this aside now. Now I have the gold mesh. Now I'm not sure how much is we're going to need, how many cuts of each, so because I'm just making this up as we go. And so you're going to roll it out. If you're using the wood burner, you're just going to keep on the grid, in between the grid lines when you cut, and that way it melts. It melts the mesh as it cuts, and that will give you your straight cuts so you don't get the fraying like that. Of course, you're going to want to probably wear a mask if the smoke's going to bother you, because you do get some smoking and everything. You are burning the plastic, so you're going to want to put a mask on for this. And so we're just going to cut up 10 inches. So 10-inch pieces. Like I said, I'm not sure how many of each color we're going to need. So we're going to go ahead and just cut up a 10 by 10 inch squares. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, there's one piece I didn't get. Probably, let's try 18 a piece for right now. And then if I need more, or we'll go ahead. But I'll put in at the end. I'll put in how many cuts we use of each color. So we're just going to go ahead, cut some mesh up, and we'll be back. Okay, so we have all of our mesh cut. So we had the 5 colors, 18 a piece was 90 total. Hopefully that should be enough. Now we're going to go ahead and put these together. I'm just trying to see what colors I kind of like best together. That green and the orange. So let's go ahead and do, for our first spot, we're going to do the green and orange. So we're going to take one of the orange pieces and one of the green, and then with the orange, we're going to do the single petal fold. So you put it into the corner there, to the middle, take another corner, cross it over, pinch, and twist and fold over. So you're going to fold so the front side of the petals are facing up, and the bottom is, of course, facing down. You're going to hold that like this. And then you're going to just take your green and do the same thing, but instead of doing the twist and fold over, you're just going to squeeze the center and push it up like that. Put it into the single petal fold. Take one of your pipe cleaners and secure it. Hold down. And then that's going to be our double petal fold. And then we're going to secure it. This has 6 bracketed sections here, or I call them bracket sections. And we're going to put it here on the first one. Just twist like that. So that will be our look. We're going to go ahead and do this one, this color combination for all 6 rungs around the wreath frame. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we went ahead and attached the orange and green around the frame like this. And the next one we're going to do is the champagne and brown. So we're going to make the champagne color the single fold on the double fold. So again, pinch it, twist, fold over, then grab your brown and pinch it and just bring it up, just like that. Put it inside the champagne, and it's secure with the pipe cleaner. So I just want this to be a fall leaf look, so it's going to have all of the colors you see in fall. Now, I don't know if you're familiar, I do sell patterns for my flowers on my Etsy shop, and what my patterns are depending on the flower, it will tell you how many colors, or how many cuts of each color, what colors they are, where to get the colors from, and where to place it on the canvas, the grid, and the frame. So they come in handy. A lot of people like them because they can just, it's a PDF file they can print off and it'll tell you everything. I refer back to my patterns all the time because sometimes it's a pain to just go back to the video all the time. So my patterns for all my flowers are on my Etsy shop if you're interested in checking that out. Now my patterns are on the frame. This is my 1, 2, 3 spots, and then I have basically this is A, B, C, D. So this is C is where we're going to attach this one here, and then A is what we're going to use, the A and C rungs for this flower. So on the C position, which is in the middle of the 2 bracket sections, second rung in, or the third rung from the inside, that's where you're going to attach the champagne and brown folds. And if it twists like it just did there, you just twist it back because you don't want it to flip or anything like that. So, and you can just push these down as you go. And then we're going to go ahead and attach the rest of them and come right back for the next fold. Okay, so for our next color combination, we're going to do burgundy and brown. And the burgundy, we're going to do the single fold petal as. And then we take the brown for the side petal. Actually, let me redo this one. Up. And this one we're going to put on the bracketed section. The bracketed section on number 2 spot. So we're going to go ahead and do the burgundy and brown on the number 2 on each bracket sections. And so we're going to finish that and be right back. Okay, so the next fold, we're going to do the orange and champagne. And we're going to make the orange the single petal. And pinch and twist. And fold over. And then you're going to take the champagne and do this, the side petal. And just fold up. And then we're going to attach that on the bracketed section on the 3rd spot. So all along the 6 spots on the 3rd one from the outside. And when you pull down, you're going to pull down tight and twist your pipe cleaners, but then you're going to grab the 2 also from the top and then twist that together. This just gives it a nicer look in the back as you go. So So like here, I'd pull this down and just twist like that. So we're going to go ahead and finish that. Okay, this is starting to look really pretty. I'm really liking this color combination. So for our last spot, which is going to be the A placement, and that is going to be between the bracketed sections. Remember how we did C on the third rung? We're going to go straight down from C, and in the middle for the A placement, we're going to do green and burgundy. So we'll take a green piece and a burgundy piece, and I'm going to do the green as the single petal. Like that, and then do the burgundy as the side petal here. And then we will again place that in between the two brackets right in the center. And pull down like so. And again, just like the bracket sections, we're going to bring the one from the top and just twist it together like that, so it looks nice and neat. So we're going to go ahead and finish that, and then it's going to be time to put our center in and then do the center petals. Okay, so we've got all of the outer petals placed, and just keep pushing it down as you go. And you know, that's one good thing about Deco Mesh. You can kind of flatten it and it'll still come back. So anyway, I have a piece of scrap poster board underneath. I'm going to hit this with hot glue and put it on. And then I also have some, oh, you can use floral pins if you have some. Right now I'm out of mine, so I'm just using some 18 gauge wire that I've just cut and bent so they're U-shaped. And I'm going to put that through the grid on the back. So careful you don't accidentally hit yourself with some glue, because those burns are the worst. And then just eyeball the center and then just push down. And I hold down for about 10-15 seconds. Flip it over. Try to get the, and then go ahead and put your pins in while the glue is hot. I thought I had 5 cut, because I usually do 3 and then, or like 1 in the middle and 1 on each side. Gotta push that down a little bit more, but just use my, I don't want to burn my fingers. And where's my wire? So this is the, it's just galvanized steel, steel wire, 18 gauge, so. Just cut a piece, bend it, like that. And put it in there. Just let that glue dry for a little bit. And now we're going to go ahead and do our petals around the center. So now with our remaining mesh, so we should have 6 pieces of each color left. And like I said, I want to do a fall leaf look. So I'm just going to take all the colors and put them around the center. And this is going to be a single fold. So we're just going to do the single fold only. So corner to corner, pinch, twist and fold over. Like that. And put your pipe cleaner on. And that is what we're going to put around the center. But like I said, I'm going to do every single color and all, you know, just alternate them all around the center. So let me just get this. I think this is going to look really pretty when it's all said and done. Can't wait to see it out in some natural light because my craft room down here is really dark. I've got a ton of lights on. And to me it's still dark down here. It's my craft dungeon, that's what I call it. So the rest of the mesh, you're just going to do the single fold done like this. Okay. And then you're going to come right up to the ball here and see all the grid holes around there, and just go ahead and insert your petals around the ball. Just put your pipe cleaners in, pull down, and just twist it. So my next one, so I'm going to do champagne, then I'll do a burgundy. And you're going to want to get it right up next to the other one, if you can, or pretty close. Because you don't want to see any gaps. So I have it so it's pretty close, if you can see there, and they overlap. So it's going to overlap over the next petal, and you're going to do that all the way around. So let's see, I think what I'll do next is the orange. So champagne, burgundy, orange. Brown, and then green. So I'm just going to keep going around the center with that color scheme, champagne, burgundy, orange, brown, green, all the way around with a single fold. And we'll be back. Okay, so here's our flower all finished with the single petals around there. So I'm loving how it turned out. Now what we're going to do is flip it over, and I have already cut a round piece of foam poster board out, and I traced the, not the outer rung, but the next one in. I traced that rung out, and then you're just going to take a nail, and I'm just popping 4 holes in the back. And just lay it on the back, and then take 4 zip ties, and then put them through, and then you're going to attach it to the C rung, I guess is what I'd call it. And then you don't want to pull tight. I'm going to go across from the other one, and just start your zip ties. And then go ahead and pull tight. And just cut off your excess of your zip ties and push that in. And this leaves the outer rung to be so you can hang your wreath up on the wreath hanger or a nail or a 3M hook. And there it is. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know it's been a little bit since I've done another flower, so I thought I'd get one up for the YouTube video or YouTube station. And so if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do so. More videos will be coming. And also, I do sell all of my patterns for my flowers on my Etsy shop. Just look up nobletouch.etsy.com, and that should take you right to my shop. As well as, I will of course put all these supply lists on in the description, so you can know where to get the mesh from. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Bye.